Good afternoon, YouTubers. It's quite a while since I did a video. Real life has intervened with various bits and pieces which needed to be dealt with, and so this is the first chance that I've had to put a video together. So I thought what I would do is give you something worthwhile to look at, which is essentially my Napoleonic collection. What you're looking at now is the Sarissa Precision Waterloo farmhouse set. It's like Haye Sainte, MDF, and painted, well, assembled and painted from a kit. If I take you round, I can give you a little bit more of a close-up. What we've got basically is the great barn on that side, and then I think these are cow sheds on this side. I think this is the gardener's house, and there is the main farmhouse itself. We've got the courtyard in the middle with some tables and chairs for a picnic, and the famous gateway. There's a pond in the corner, and as you can see, some of the windows, some of the walls have been loopholed for defence purposes. This isn't finished yet, obviously. You can see from the courtyard what actually it looked like when it was in the kit form. The kit went together very well, actually, I have to say. It wasn't too much of a struggle to put it together. Having put it together, I then set to paint the thing. The roofs are a little bit of a challenge, in as much as, although they look three-dimensional, they aren't actually. The slates that you see there aren't actually cut in. There are markings in the roof to denote the slates, but they've not actually got any real depth. So it's been a bit of a struggle to paint them in such a way that you can see some depth. There is a company, I think, now bringing out separate roofs for this type of building, where the roofs are actually moulded from resin or cast from resin, and so you get the three-dimensional look. But overall, I'm quite pleased with how it's gone together. It is quite a big kit. I've based it on the MDF board, which you see here. What it's my intention to do is to do the courtyard in an earthen sort of finish, so it's got some grit and some surfacing, three-dimensional surfacing to it. This area here, I'm going to try and turn that into some kind of a kitchen garden, I think. I'm not quite sure about that yet. This side, I have decided what I'm going to do here. This board is, as you can see, detachable. The idea is that this is going to be the orchard. Having looked at some photographs of the Haye Sainte, there was an orchard which was walled, and I think that could be quite a significant piece if I put some walling around these areas here and then put the orchard in. That should look quite good. The gates at the front, which is probably a good idea to put a gate there, I suppose, isn't it? The gates do open. I can't reach them at this moment because I'm too far on the other side of the table, but it's quite well detailed. I think it's a big kit. It's turned out to be rather bigger than I thought it was going to be. This board is, 6 by 5, and you can see it occupies a large section of the board. I have got an extension at this end here, which will bring it out another 2 feet, but it's a heck of a feature. I'm not really sure whether I should have actually bought something as big as this, but I do like the look of it. I think it could be sort of a central piece in a game just by itself, basically. And the next thing I wanted to show you was my collection of French Napoleonics. Basically, I got them out for review to find out where I was up to. I've only done the infantry and artillery so far. I haven't got any cavalry there, still waiting to be painted. but it splits into effectively 3 brigades. You've got the left-hand brigade with its supporting artillery and skirmishers, and there's some interesting figures there. There's an officer taking observations, and then we've got the commanders here. What I've done with the commanders is I've actually got what is supposed to be a divisional commander, really, represented by 2 figures, and then the brigade commander, who you see there, is represented by a single figure. I'm intending to use these figures with the general d'armée rules. Skirmishers, I've worked on the basis of essentially 2 skirmish bases for each infantry battalion in the brigade to give them the numbers you see there, but that's not essential. It's flexible. Second brigade here is a light brigade with 3 battalions of light infantry, and again their commander and the divisional commander as well, just so to add weight, just for display purposes really. In the centre here we've got Napoleon and some staff officers and ADCs, because of course ADCs are necessary in the general d'armée rules. You need those to distribute your orders. And then on the right hand side here we've got another brigade, which is essentially just line infantry with their skirmishers and some artillery on the side here. So that's so far, well, where I've got up to so far anyway. I've got another battalion ready for painting, which will bring me up to 13. I've got some cavalry which need painting, and I'm going to have to get some more artillery. I started off doing the French with the intention of fighting the peninsula, but I've actually swayed away from that a little bit. It's based on several different historical brigades, this army, but I'm not going to restrict it to fighting the peninsula. I'm actually going to do some Prussians and Russians this year, who will be there. They were the main opponents for this army. And so really that's all there is to show you. I hope it's been of some interest. The figures are for the most part front rank. There are some Perrys in there, plastics, and I think the next battalion that I'm doing, actually, unless I'm much mistaken, I think they're a mixture of Warlord and Perrys, but I'm cheating with them. They're in greatcoats, so it should make it easier to get them painted, rather than having to worry about painting all the detail on the full dress uniforms. Going back to Haye Sainte, the roofs actually lift off on this. As you can see, once the roofs are taken away, you can get access to the interior if you want to put troops in there. I can't see much point in it, to be perfectly honest, but you could do that to shoot outside these little windows, I suppose. The roof comes off the main building, the farmhouse. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy, but you can see the roof comes off the farmhouse. All the roofs have got ribbing in them, which helps you secure them on the structure itself. The main barn is quite an item. Roof comes off that as well. I can open those gates now, so you can see that they do actually work. The gates do open and close. They're fixed, those 2 roofs, and the roof over the gates fixed. these, just take this out of here, these these vehicles, carts, they're a mixture of MDF and card. They need painting, obviously, but they're pretty good little features too. They look the part, I think. Tables and chairs, they're MDF. You see the jigsaw sort of finish to the base there, how it goes together. But as I said, I've glued it all down onto this base. The central square here isn't glued, that lifts up. I'm going to see to that and surface that. And of course I've got some water effects which I'm going to use there for the pond and do that. So hopefully next time I show you a video of this, it will actually be finished and maybe even involved in a battle. We'll see. Hope this has been of some interest. I fear that I'm waffling a bit now. Decided to do Napoleonics as a bit of a change from the 30 Years' War stuff that I've been doing of late. I just wanted a bit of a change, basically. And that's it. So I hope all your projects are going well. I'll put this thing back together again. I hope your projects are going well, and I will speak to you again soon. Thanks for watching. Cheers for now.